Ever pondered the adventurous journey of the great explorer Marco Polo, specifically his travels in India? Let's delve into it. In the year of 1271, Marco Polo, a young man of 17, set sail from the bustling city of Venice. Accompanied by his father and uncle, the Polos had a mission to establish trade routes with the distant East, a land shrouded in mystery and allure. Their journey was not for the faint-hearted. They faced treacherous terrains, from towering mountain ranges to vast parched deserts. The weather, too, was a formidable adversary, with scorching heat and biting cold often being their uninvited companions. Yet the Polos pressed on, their unwavering determination fueled by the promise of trade, the prospect of untold riches, and the sheer thrill of exploration. And thus the journey of Marco Polo from Venice began, a journey that would change the course of history. After a long and arduous journey, Marco Polo and his companions finally arrived in Asia. The vast and diverse continent stretched out before them, a tapestry of cultures and landscapes ready to be explored. Their first stop was Persia, a region known for its rich history and vibrant culture. Marco Polo was enthralled by the grandeur of the Persian Empire, its bustling markets filled with exotic goods and the intricate architectural marvels that dotted the landscape. But it was the Persian people, with their depth of knowledge and their warm hospitality, that left a lasting impression on our intrepid explorer. From Persia, Marco Polo and his companions ventured further into the heart of the Mongol Empire. This was a land ruled by the formidable Kublai Khan, a man whose name was synonymous with power and conquest. The Mongol Empire was a vast expanse of territories, from the steppes of Central Asia to the far reaches of the East. It was a world of extremes, of harsh winters and scorching summers, of nomadic warriors and sedentary farmers. And yet, it was also a place of unexpected beauty and cultural richness. It was here, in the courts of the Mongol Empire, that Marco Polo had his encounter with Kublai Khan himself. Impressed by Marco Polo's knowledge and curiosity, the Khan took him under his wing and appointed him as a special envoy. This role gave Marco Polo unprecedented access to the inner workings of the Mongol Empire and its diverse populace. It also paved the way for the next leg of his journey, a journey that would take him even deeper into the heart of Asia. From the heart of the Mongol Empire, Marco Polo's journey took a turn towards the mystical lands of India. This was a land of contrasts and contradictions, a place where ancient traditions coexisted with burgeoning trade networks, where lush landscapes were juxtaposed against bustling urban centers. It was here, in the fascinating tapestry of India, that Marco Polo would have some of his most memorable experiences. But that, dear listeners, is a story for another time. Marco Polo's voyage to India was unlike any other, filled with diversity and rich culture at every turn. As we delve into the heart of his journey, we find ourselves in southern India, a region teeming with life and vibrancy that would have captivated Polo's adventurous spirit. Marco Polo's travels led him to the Malabar coast, a region known for its bustling trade routes and verdant landscapes. The coast, a thriving hub of the spice trade, drew merchants from far and wide, creating a melting pot of cultures that was as diverse as the spices it traded. Polo would have encountered traders from all corners of the globe, each bringing their unique customs and traditions, adding to the rich tapestry of life on the Malabar coast. Next on Polo's route was the city of Ceylon, or Kollam as it's known today. Ceylon was a city of great importance, a significant link in the maritime Silk Route. Here, Polo would have been introduced to an intriguing blend of cultures, as the city was a meeting point for Arab, Chinese, and European traders. The city's unique architecture, a testament to its multicultural influences, and its bustling markets, would have been a feast for Polo's senses. But it wasn't just the people and cultures that made an impression. The natural landscapes of India, with their lush greenery, diverse flora and fauna, and breathtaking vistas, would have been a sight to behold. From the sandy beaches of the Malabar coast to the rolling hills surrounding Ceylon, the natural beauty of southern India would have been a constant companion on Polo's journey. However, it's important to note that the specifics of Marco Polo's journey in India are shrouded in mystery and debate. Some accounts suggest that he may have traveled further into the subcontinent, while others argue that his descriptions of certain places and cultures are inaccurate or exaggerated. Despite these controversies, there is no denying that Polo's accounts of his travels, as recorded in The Travels of Marco Polo, provide invaluable insights into the world as it was in the 13th century. These accounts, filled with observations and anecdotes of the diverse cultures, bustling trade routes, and stunning natural landscapes of India, painted a vivid picture of the East for the people of Europe. They sparked curiosity and wonder, and in many ways paved the way for future explorations and discoveries. Despite the controversies and uncertainties, Marco Polo's journey in India left a significant mark on his travels. His experiences in India, the people he met, the cultures he encountered, and the landscapes he traversed all played a crucial role in shaping his understanding of the world, and in turn, Europe's understanding of the distant and exotic lands of the East. The echoes of Marco Polo's journey in India continue to resonate, a testament to the enduring allure of exploration and discovery. Marco Polo's journey to India, though shrouded in mystery, had a profound impact. The tales of his voyage, penned in the pages of The Travels of Marco Polo, provided a vivid account of the East during the medieval period. From the bustling marketplaces brimming with exotic spices, silk, and precious gems, to the intriguing customs and traditions of the people, Polo's accounts were a feast for the imagination. His descriptions of the Indian subcontinent, though sometimes met with skepticism, painted a picture of a land rich in natural beauty and cultural diversity. He spoke of the ornate temples of southern India, the intricate social hierarchy, and the thriving trade routes that connected India to the rest of Asia. Yet it wasn't just the physical landscape that Polo documented. He delved into the societal fabric of the regions he visited. His observations on religion, social practices, and governance systems offered an invaluable perspective on the cultural dynamics of the East. His writings, however, were not without controversy. Critics argue that Polo might have exaggerated or even fabricated some of his accounts, citing inconsistencies and the lack of corroborating evidence. Yet despite these controversies, the impact of Polo's journey cannot be understated. His tales sparked curiosity about the East among Europeans. It wasn't just about the promise of wealth or the allure of the unknown. It was about gaining an understanding of diverse cultures and societies, about nurturing a sense of shared humanity despite geographical and cultural differences. Polo's journey played an instrumental role in bridging the gap between the East and the West. It paved the way for future explorers, encouraging them to venture into uncharted territories and seek out new experiences. It broadened the horizons of the known world, challenging preconceived notions and inspiring a spirit of discovery. Marco Polo's journey to India, a chapter in his extensive travels across Asia, helped bridge the gap between the East and the West. After 24 years of exploration, Marco Polo finally returned to Venice. Those words echoed through the streets of Venice as the city welcomed back its long-lost son. Marco Polo, the explorer who had ventured into the unknown, had come home at last in 1295. Venice, however, was not the same city he had left. Changes had swept through the canals and alleyways during his absence, painting a different picture of the city he once knew. While Marco Polo was away, Venice had grown into a thriving hub of trade and commerce. The city had expanded, its influence reaching far and wide across the seas. But it was not just the city's physical landscape that had changed. The political climate had shifted too. Tensions were brewing between Venice and Genoa, two powerful maritime republics vying for control of the Mediterranean trade routes. Caught in the crossfire of this escalating conflict, Marco Polo was captured during a naval battle and imprisoned by the Genoese. But even within the cold stone walls of his prison cell, Marco Polo's spirit of exploration remained undimmed. It was here, during his imprisonment, that he began to narrate his extraordinary journey to his fellow prisoner, Rustichello da Pisa. As Marco Polo recounted his experiences, Rustichello transcribed them. Tales of distant lands, of cultures rich in diversity, of bustling trade routes, and of landscapes that stretched the imagination. These stories, later compiled into The Travels of Marco Polo, would go on to captivate the minds of Europe, offering a glimpse into the mystique of the East. In the end, Marco Polo's return to Venice was more than just a homecoming. It was the beginning of a new journey, one that took the tales of his travels beyond the confines of his prison cell and into the heart of the Western world. Thus concludes the remarkable journey of Marco Polo, a journey that brought the distant lands and cultures of the East closer to the West. His return to Venice marked an end to his physical travels, but the stories he shared continue to journey on, inspiring countless others to embark on their own explorations.